Hi everyone, Dr. Suneel Dhand, internal medicine physician. Welcome to another video. This week I received an alert in my inbox from a medical publication that I'm still subscribed to for some reason. I have no idea why, but they gave me an alert as to a breaking news story in the medical field, something we've never heard of before. Now, this was widely reported as well across several other media outlets, and it is a vibrating pill for constipation. Yes, a vibrating pill for constipation. Take a look at this. And this is from WebMD in the last few days. Vibrating pill can help treat constipation. A new vibrating pill shown to help relieve constipation is now available. The drug-free solution is designed for daily use. So this is a drug-free solution supposedly, but don't think that that doesn't mean it doesn't have any adverse events or consequences, side effects, etc. Because anything we put into our bodies, drug or not, which is not natural, does have the potential for side effects. According to a trial, now I need to research this, but I would bet that the trial was performed by the makers of this product. Apparently it did work to produce the desired effect. Vibrant was approved by the FDA in August. The FDA are a very trusted and non-corrupt organization in the United States that deals with these things. Oh, my nose just grew bigger there as I said that. But it was approved in August, but is just now becoming available for doctors to prescribe. Whoopee-doo, the company announced on Wednesday. Because it is not a drug, Vibrant is considered a Class 2 medical device by the FDA, which is the same class as contact lenses. The same class as contact lenses, but how does it work? Here's how it works. Around bedtime, the pill is inserted in a pod to activate it, then swallowed. It travels the digestive tract and reaches the large intestine about 14 hours later. And I put the link to the article down below. It goes into more detail as to how it works. The vibrations help trigger peristalsis, the wave-like muscle contractions that move food through the gastrointestinal tract. About 2.5 million people see their doctor each year for constipation. It's probably more than that, actually. Well, what to say about that then? I think those of you who watch my videos regularly know exactly what I'm going to say. Because why do we have soaring rates of gastrointestinal problems in Western countries, with the United States being the worst offender? It's not because suddenly our genetics have changed in the last few decades, because our ancestors, even just a couple of generations ago, didn't have these problems. It is because we consume, in vast quantities, absolute utter rubbish. The US diet is now mainly composed of highly processed foods. About 70% of all calorie intake now is processed foods, and that is a shocking number. And when we consume these processed, inflammatory, pro-inflammatory foods, then what on earth do we expect? Our bodies are going to react badly, and that is going to manifest itself first and foremost in our gastrointestinal tract. It doesn't matter if it's in 100 years or 1,000 years. Our bodies are simply not built for the rubbish that we consume nowadays. Food which is processed, pro-inflammatory, and low in many good substances like fiber. And that is predominantly why in Western countries we have soaring rates of gastrointestinal issues like constipation. Now, I don't doubt that there are some people out there who really suffer with gastrointestinal issues that are nothing to do with diet. It might be genetic or another illness. But I can tell you this, the vast majority of everyday issues, especially with constipation, are due to a terrible diet, and there's simply no way around that. When was the last time in nature you saw hordes and hordes of animals struggle with natural bodily processes like peristalsis in the gastrointestinal tract? It doesn't happen because animals in nature do what they're supposed to be doing. In fact, the only animals in nature which probably have problems are those that consume man-made, factory-produced foods that their bodies were not built for. And there is no way around this. As long as we continue to consume those terrible foods, there are going to be consequences. Our bodies will reject them. There are so many great foods out there. God's natural kitchen. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in nature, the only way forward is eating natural, whole, real foods. And in the case of constipation and trying to prevent it, that means foods which are high in natural fiber. You definitely don't want processed low fiber foods. So this notion that the answer lies in pills, whether they're pharmaceuticals or in this case a vibrating pill, is complete and utter BS. No pun intended, given the topic of this video. But of course, the establishment doesn't want us to know this. The establishment wants you to think that the answer to your problems is a band-aid solution, like a pill. Because of course, they never want to focus on root causes. That's the last thing they want to do. Because if they actually focus on root causes, then they actually solve the problem. And if they solve the problem, how will their buddies in big business, whether it's medical device industries or big pharma, how will they make money off you if they actually fix the root causes? That is not what they want. On a policy level, if they really wanted to fix this problem, what they would be doing is making those whole, real foods much more affordable and easily accessible. So they are the default choice. But of course, they wouldn't do that. And as for eliminating those terrible processed foods that not only damage our gastrointestinal tract, but they do so much other damage as well that I've talked about, we need a campaign orders of magnitude bigger than the campaign against big tobacco. That is the only way to fix this problem. Imagine taking the one thing that we can control, which is what we put into our bodies, and using that to work against us. It makes no sense whatsoever to do that. But seeing as our establishment figures have shown such an interest over the last week in promoting this story about this new vibrating pill that will be available to millions of people and of course will cost a lot of money, I have a suggestion. I have some vibrating pill ideas that I think we should give every member of our establishment, whether that's someone high up in public health or any of the top doctors that formulate policy that is devoid of looking at root causes. Here are my suggestions for vibrating pills for them. In fact, they should be mandated for them. A vibrating pill that stops you being corrupt. A vibrating pill that stops you from telling lies. A vibrating pill that forces you to think rationally and logically. And a vibrating pill that stops you from being stupid. I think those vibrating pills should be mandated in our establishment figures, and we can add politicians to that as well. In fact, maybe politicians want to take those vibrating pills first before members of the public. The answer, my friends, to this particular problem, which is so rampant across Western societies, is not a pill, whether it's a vibrating pill or a pharmaceutical product. But in the meantime, the establishment figures will continue to push this because that's how they make money off you. But there is a way out. You don't have to go down this route of being a number and a statistic that the establishment can cream money off because you get sick from all of the terrible junk food that is put in front of you, that processed food. And even actually before it gets to the factory, this is a whole other topic that I'll make a video about sometime. What is done to food when it's in the field, all the things that they are sprayed with. We have a big problem, and the United States is one of the worst offenders. In fact, there are many ingredients that are banned in other countries, including Europe, but are allowed in the United States, and they are wreaking havoc on the American people every single day. It is time to wake up. Thanks everyone for listening. Let me know your thoughts down below. Check out my online school and my Uncensored platform. Those links are down below. Hit the like button if you like this video and hit the bell button for more similar videos in the future. Have a great weekend everyone, and we will talk again very soon.